Alright guys, before I start this video, I just want to show what holsters are going out today. I got the camera a little closer because everyone's saying the microphone ain't the best. I tried the the wire mic, but it wasn't working out. I need to get a cordless wire mic. That's what I gotta do. But you know, what this video is going to be about, it's for new gun people. It's for brand spanking new gun people. And I haven't done one in a while. Like I said, I'm not a teacher, so I'm not a professional teacher. But this might help you a little bit because what I've learned at Double Action, working with the instructors and teachers, I see all the mistakes people were making and having problems with their guns and all that stuff. But before I do that, I have three holsters here. We got a Glock 42. I think that's a Glock 42. That's a Shield. We got a Shield 9mm/40. We have a outside the waistband Glock 48. Okay. And then we have a flat dark earth left hand Glock 42 1.5 clip. So these are getting shipped out today. And e-ball me if you're watching. Yours is getting shipped out today too. I meant to ship it out Saturday, but my fat took over and I took a nap. So, all right. So we got a Smith & Wesson Shield, 9mm or 40. It works on both. The 45 is when it changes a little bit. Okay. So this is going out to Mr. Hammer, because I can't pronounce the first name, in Utah. Okay. Just wanted to show that. That's going out to the... It'd be nice to have a blue gun. I'm going to show you how it works. Blue gun and blue gun and blue gun. Okay. Sure what people want to see if the holsters fit right. Well, according to the blue gun, right hand shield. All right, nice straight sight channel, no waves, adjustable tension, nice strong plastic clip with a rised landing, which means what I do is I rise the landing a little so the clip pushes harder against the holster. So in case you wear a belt that's not thick enough for the clip, it's still gonna hold on really, really tight. Okay, that's just something I do. Remember guys, when you put these holsters on, don't yank the clip all the way out. Just pull it just enough to clear the belt. You shouldn't have to pull it no more than that, okay? Because you want to avoid breaking it. They're very strong and durable, but eventually if you really keep pulling on them, it is plastic and it can break. So when you're putting it on, pull it just enough to clear the belt and then boom, it's on the belt. So there is a Shield, flat dark earth, right hand. All right, for Mr. Hammer. That's a cool name for a gun person. Mr. Hammer. That sounds like a YouTube channel, a gun YouTube channel. Okay, that's going out today. Okay, what was that? The Shield. All right, now we're going to show the Glock 48 outside the waistband for going out today in the mail. Mike Walker from New York. It is black, right-handed, 1.5 belt loops, very close to the body fitting holster. Yes, they automatically are all very close fitting. Glock 48, great gun too. Glock 48, adjustable tension screw, blue gun, very, very nice fit. I kind of soften the click here. I fill the trigger guard in a little bit with wood, because if you have I don't want too positive a tightness. This way you can adjust your tightness, okay? Which makes it also a lot easier to get out, but as you can see, a very positive clip going in, okay? So right now to me that's on the loose side, but like I said, when you put it on your belt, you pull your belt tight, the whole holster is going to flex a little, so it's going to get tighter. So don't test it like this. Put it on, pull your belt tight, then pull it out. That's how you test it, okay? Even if you got a holster, right? and held it in your hand and you turned it upside down and it fell out, that necessarily doesn't mean it's too loose. You got to put it on, because when you put it on and pull that belt tight, especially these curved holsters like I make, when you pull that belt tight, it's going to do this just a little bit. So that makes the whole holster, you know, flex. So it changes the whole thing. So it's going to get tighter. So what I've been doing is making them on kind of like the loose side, and then when you guys can adjust it to the way you like it. So that's going out today too. All right. And we're going to get on with this video in a minute. Last one is a Glock 42, left-handed, raised platform. See the raised platform? So the clip pushes, so it pushes against this clip tremendously. So the clip is very stiff, okay? And like I said, please don't pull the clip all the way up to here, just pull it enough to clear the belt and you won't have any problems. But gotta go the extra mile. Sometimes it doesn't take long, you know, it's an extra minute just to put a piece of wood there to raise the platform a little bit to give it a more secure hold. So that's the Glock 42, and that is for William Priest, okay, from Arizona. Glock 42 in the waistband, Coyote Brown, FDE, same thing, 1.5 click, left-handed, lefty. He's a lefty. And there it is, that is a lefty. And here's the fit. Great fit. Polished all the way around. Fully adjustable. Now remember guys, even though this is fully adjustable, I put mild Loctite on there because if you don't put any Loctite on there, just from the holster getting in and out of your car, flex, 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 the screw starts backing out. So if you want to tighten it and the Loctite is cured, you might have to just put a screwdriver in the slot, hold back and turn. You might not, but it's better than losing the screw, okay? Okay, so they're going out today. Pretty much all caught up. So if you guys want to order a holster, now's the time to do it. I'll have the links under the video like I always do, okay? All right. All right. Your first gun. This is a Glock 43. This is a, I guess you would consider it in a Gen 5 category or Gen 4 category. But this is a great little carry gun. It's super reliable. And the most thing you want to concentrate on, just remember this, especially new gun people, you're pretty much buying a gun for self-defense, okay? So you don't have to chew out the bullseye, okay? As long as you get a group in the area you're shooting about the size of your fist, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You don't have to put bullet on top of bullet. Later on down the road, if you want to get like that, okay, you can drop a nice trigger in your Glock or whatever gun you have, soften up the trigger a little bit. That helps you shoot a little bit more accurately and all that. But that's not what you need to learn right now. What you need to learn right now is how to basically operate a gun. You shouldn't even go on the range, pull the trigger until you at least take a class and the instructor shows you how the gun works. You need to know how the gun works, how all the controls work, what they do. So in case you have a malfunction, 90% of the time, if you know how the gun works, you're going to know why it malfunctioned. You're not going to think your gun's broken. You're not going to think it's you. So there's a few things I can tell you, okay? So we're going to make this gun safe. Right now, it is loaded, one in the chamber, because this is what I carry. And I know you're seeing this clip. Don't ask for them anymore. The guy that makes these clips went out of business, I guess. Every time I go to his website, I can't find them. So if I find them again, I'll let you know. But right now, I can't get these. All right. Anyway, the plastic clips are just fine. So let's take this out. So say I just got home from work and I'm taking my gun out of my holster. Okay. My finger is always high and away from the trigger guard. The only bad thing that can happen is if something gets inside this trigger guard. So that's why, even though if you don't carry a gun, you still should have a holster. This way, if you put it on your nightstand, you have a nice protection around the trigger guard. You can put it on the nightstand. You don't have to worry about grabbing it in the middle of the night, hitting the trigger by accident. You're going to grab it, grab the holster, and pull it out, and then, stuff like that. Extra safe. It's not going to slow you down, okay? So I come home, and the first thing I'm going to do is be aware of my surroundings, and I am going to keep my finger away from the trigger guard, and I am going to point the gun in a safe direction, and I am going to remove the magazine first, okay? Push the button, pull the mag out. Okay, the mag's out, but there's still a round in the chamber, okay? So some new people might think because the mag's out, it's an empty gun. No, no, no. That's the biggest mistake. That's where a lot of mistakes happen. People get hurt innocently by, by mistake. So you take the mag out first. Again, finger high and away from the trigger guard. Okay, spit the round out. And then it's always good to do this. So that's that. That's really rule number one, okay? Now the gun's safe, nobody can get hurt. If a mistake happens, the gun's not gonna go bang. Everything's great, there's nothing in there, right? What you gotta learn is, especially a semi-automatic, okay? They're a little bit more complex than a revolver, but nothing's hard. It's just more complex than a revolver. A revolver just rotates every time you pull the trigger and goes bang. Very reliable, real easy to operate, nothing to think about, right? But a semi-automatic has things you need to know. So this here is the slide stop. And that slide stop locks the slide back. Slide, stop, frame, trigger guard, trigger, magazine well, ejection port. Okay, I'm just giving you all the names and everything, all right? That slide stop control is designed for a few things. It's designed to let you know when the gun's empty to reload. It's also designed for if you want to manually pull it back and lay your gun down in an extra safe manner like it is now. Oops. This way it puts up people at ease at the range. They know your gun's down, always face the muzzle down range like that. Let me pull this camera down a little bit. There you go. Always face the muzzle down range. This is the booth. You're shooting that way. You face the gun that way. Lock your slide back. You can manually lock it back. You can release the slide forward by pushing down on the slide stop lever very hard. You can release the slide by grabbing the back of the slide, pulling it back about until it stops and letting go. It'll go forward also. This is where people get confused. Okay, now when there's no magazine in there, you see it? When there's no magazine in there, when I pull that slide back, there's a spring going to force that down to let the slide go forward, right? Watch. Oh, the strength to do it. See? Now it's down. I'm gonna let it go. Okay, now if there's a magazine in there, let's take the ammo out. Empty magazine, there's a little shelf right here. That little shelf works that lever, okay? Now the magazine's in there, right? Now that little shelf is pushing right now, is pushing on that lever. When I pull this slide back, you're gonna see that lever pop up. All right, watch. See it? So, I'll see a lot of people put an empty mag in, go like this, pull it back, let it go, and they're wondering why isn't it going forward? Well, you got an empty mag in there, and the follower, which is this, the lip of the follower is pushing up on that control. That's why it won't go forward. But once you have a round in the chamber, and I pull that back and let it go, it's going to go forward. Why is it going to go forward? Because now the follower is depressed below the frame, below the slide, because the ammo's there, and it's not going to keep it locked back. So it's going to go forward. Okay, I wish I had a snap cap. So that's how it works. So let's pretend I put the mag in there loaded, just like it. Let's pretend I put this in there, okay? Click, it's in there, right? There's a bullet in the chamber, all right? So now when I pull this back, it's gonna go forward. Now it's ready to go, all right? Now we're gonna put an empty magazine. Let's pretend we fired that bullet and we know there's an empty magazine in there, right? Now, I'm so unsure of myself, I'm still gonna check before I do this. Nothing in there, okay. Let's pretend we fired the bullet because I'm gonna pull the trigger. Bang. So the slide just did this, right? It just did that. Now there's no more ammo left. So what's gonna happen is, when you pull the trigger, the slide's gonna go back. Let's do it this way. The slide's gonna go back and it's gonna push the lever up into locking position because the follower doesn't have a bullet on top of it. The follower is coming up high enough to lock that in position and it's ready for another magazine. So bang, and the slide's coming back. There's no ammo left in the mag. Boom. Locks it back up. Okay? Shh, a little confusing, I know. And it's hard for me to show you with snap caps. If I could show you with snap caps, you probably would get it more because I can actually put bullets in the gun and work it. But that's that part. Now that you might know basically how the controls work, that's a big thing. How the controls work, you're a little bit more ready to go shoot. Not yet though. Another thing people do is you got to remember, I've said this in videos before, these guns work on momentum. All guns work on momentum. That goes for cowboy guns, lever action guns, AR-15s, AKs, anything that has a charging handle, which almost everything does, works on momentum and speed. Because all you have is the spring's strength to pull that slide as forward as it can go, fully seating the bullet in the chamber. And the only way to assure that is to vigorously rack the slide. So, I see a lot of people rack the slide like this. Let's put this forward. Don't rack the slide like this. Horrible. Don't do that. Or they'll rack the slide like this. They'll put their hand over the ejection port. Talking about new gun people. Guess what's going to happen? See that? Right there. It's going to grab your skin and you're going to be bleeding. Okay? So when you rack the slide, everything has to be firm. Mag in the gun firm, wrap your hand around the back firm, pull the slide back firm, snap it forward firm. So it would be like this. Boom, like that. Boom. That's how you load a gun. You will not have any fully seated chamber issues 99% of the time if you work your gun like that. Same with an AR, same with anything that you have to pull back and let go like a slingshot. Don't do this, do that. And if it's hard for you to do that because you don't have the strength, some real skinny ladies out there don't have the strength to pull it back. Yes, you do. You do have the strength. The strength's in here. It's not in your arms. It's not in your wrists. It's in here. You push with this hand. Push. Trust me, I got rheumatoid arthritis, man. And you use your chest muscles and your arms, everything together, like this. So I'm doing this. Close to your chest. Everything's working together, and you take all the strain away from that spring tension. It becomes very easy to do that, okay? So that's that. That's all I can really, I don't want the video to be too long. That's all I can really tell you right now, guys, you new gun people. My cousin just got one and I'm training him. I'm teaching him how to use the gun. Because like I said, I'm not a certified NRA instructor or anything like that. So I don't have the authority to train someone from soup to nuts, but I can give you a idea of one of the biggest mistakes new gun people make, and they think something's wrong with their gun, or they think they're not strong enough to operate the gun. It's just not true. It's all technique. That's it. It's all it is technique. So there's so much other stuff we can get into, but right now that's all I got for you. And I hope this helped you, because I know there's tens of thousands of new gun people buying guns right now because of the election and all that. So I know maybe it might help a few of you. All right guys, have a good one. Don't forget the holster links are under the video. You'll have your holster like within a week right now, the way things are. Have a good one.